dear students and nursing officer, yesterday we briefly learned about the theoretical portion of vital signs and today we discuss about the questions asked from this topic. Okay, so let's start our today's question session. Our first question, where is the temperature regulate? So here our right answer is hypothalamus. Okay, pons and medulla oblongata are the organ which regulate the respiration. Okay. The next, what is the normal range of body temperature? So the normal range, it is about 36.6 to 37.5, or we can say average 37 degrees Celsius and 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so here our right answer is both A and B. Okay, next, what is the normal pulse rate? So here our right answer is, it is about 60 to 100 beats per minute, or we can say 70 beats per minute in average. Okay, next, a normal pulse is a rated as. So here in previous video we learned about the pulse scale. Okay, so here our right answer is normal pulse rate, it is indicate as a 2. Okay, if the patient having absence of pulse, then we provide the 0 score. If the patient having a weak or thready pulse, we should provide the 1 score. If a patient have a normal pulse, then we should provide a 2 score, and if a patient have a bounding pulse, then we should provide the 3 score. Okay, so these are the pulse scale. Okay, so remember this. Next, patient having a pulse rate of 102 beats per minute, respiration rate of 25 beats per minute, and BP of 139 by 90 mm of Hg, and the temperature of 103 Fahrenheit. As a nurse, which will you assess first? So here the temperature is abnormal, it is abnormally high. Okay, the normal temperature, it is about 98.6 Fahrenheit, but here patient temperature, it is about 103 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and the other parameter like heart rate and respiratory rate are increased due to this high body temperature. Okay, so as a nurse, firstly we have to assess the patient body temperature, and according to that we should provide the intervention to maintain the body temperature. Okay, next, which factor does influence the respiratory rate? So here our right answer is all of the above. Smoking, age and pain, these 3 factors are responsible to affect or to influence the respiratory rate. Okay, next, what is the normal respiration term as? So here our right answer is normal respiration term is eupnea. Okay, B is the correct option. Apnea means the absence of respiratory rate. Tachypnea means increase the respiratory rate above the 20 breaths per minute. Okay, and bradypnea means decrease the respiratory rate below 10 breaths per minute. Okay, normal respiration, it is about 12 to 16 breaths per minute. If the respiratory rate more than 20, then we should consider the tachypnea, and if the respiratory rate below 10, then we should consider the bradypnea. Okay, next, what is the possible cause of bradycardia? So first of all, bradycardia means decrease the heart rate below 60 beats per minute. So this one is a bradycardia. Okay, so here pain, no pain, it increase the heart rate. Then jogging and exercise, it also increase the heart rate. Then beta blocker like propanol, ethanol, which decrease the heart rate. So here our right answer is C, beta blocker, which is a possible cause for bradycardia. Okay, and other option like pain, jogging and fever are a possible cause for tachycardia. Okay, next, which time of a day would be have a lowest temperature reading? So here our right answer is between 4 to 6 am an individual have a lowest temperature reading. Okay, next, sudden drop of blood pressure while changing the position, it is called orthostatic hypotension and postural hypotension. So here our right answer is both A and B. Okay, so sudden drop of BP while changing the position, like from sitting to standing. Okay, when the blood pressure is a drop, so it is called orthostatic or postural hypotension. Next, which vital signs considered as a fifth vital signs? So here our right answer is pain is considered as a fifth vital signs. Okay, and if question asked particularly that in an emergency department, what is the fifth vital signs, then we should go for SpO2 or oxygen saturation is considered as a fifth vital signs in a emergency department. Okay, next, the colored probe of an electronic thermometer are indicative of. So here color probe for a electronic thermometer, for oral it is the blue, and for a rectal it is the red. So remember, R for R, rectal for red. Okay, so here our right answer is blue is for oral and the red is for rectal. Okay, next question, a rise of 1 degree Celsius of a temperature will increase the pulse rate by how many beats per minute? So here our right answer is 4 beats per minute. Okay, if 1 degree temperature is increased, then it will lead to a increase 4 time heart rate. Okay. Then next, when measuring the rectal temperature of an adult, how deep would the thermometer probe be inserted into the rectum? So here our right answer is about 1.5 inch. Okay, we should insert the tip of thermometer about 1.5 inch in the rectum. Next, the most appropriate position in obtaining the rectal temperature for an adult would be. So here our right answer is most appropriate position for a rectal temperature, it is lateral position. Next, which of the following are true about the temperature reading? So here rectal readings are the 1 degree Fahrenheit higher than the oral reading. So here A is the right answer. Okay, rectal reading, it is a 1 degree Fahrenheit higher than the oral readings. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Next, which of the following pulse site is located behind the knee? So here our right answer is popliteal pulse site is located behind the knee. Okay. Next, what would a temperature reading of a 38.2 degrees Celsius be in a Fahrenheit? So yesterday we learned the formula for a conversion. Okay. So here F means here F is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. This one is a conversion formula. Okay, let's put the value in this. Okay, so here temperature is a 38.2 degrees Celsius plus 32. When we calculate this, we get the answer of 68.76 plus 32. So it means our answer will be around 100.76. So around 100.8. Okay, so here our right answer is C. Okay, so remember the conversion formula, that is Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. Okay, then the formula for conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit, so it is Celsius is equal to Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 by 9. Okay, so this one is a formula for conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay. Our next question, when the blood pressure reading is taken, a sequence of different sound is heard. What are these called? So it is called quarter of sound. So B is the right answer. Next, where is the apical pulse located in the adult client? So here our right answer is on the left side of the chest at the 5th intercostal space. Okay, so these are the normal location for apical pulse in the adult. The next, oral temperature is not appropriate for which of the following? So here patient on oxygen, then children under the age of 4 years, then comatose or we can say unconscious patient. So these three are the not eligible for taking the oral temperature. Okay, so here our right answer is D, all of the above. Next, a 46-year-old male patient have a blood pressure of 83 by 50 mm of Hg. What is the MAP? MAP means mean arterial pressure of that patient. Okay, so we learn the formula of a MAP. MAP means mean arterial pressure is equal to systolic blood pressure plus 2 diastolic blood pressure divided by 3. When we put the number in this, it is about 183 by 3. Okay, so it is 61. Okay, so this is how we calculate the MAP. Okay, next, if a BP curve too large from the normal size, it gives you, so here if the BP curve is too large, it is give false low reading. Okay, so here our right answer is B. Okay, next, difference in apical pulse and the radial pulse is called, so it is called pulse deficit. Okay, difference between the apical and radial pulse, it is called pulse deficit. Okay, and the difference between the systolic blood pressure and the diastolic blood pressure, it is called pulse pressure. Okay, next, a hemoglobin can bind with how many oxygen molecules? So here our right answer is hemoglobin can bind with 4 oxygen molecule. Okay, so C is the right option. Next, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and body cell, it is called, so here it is called the external respiration. Okay, so D is the correct answer. Pulmonary ventilation means the movement of air into and out the lungs. Then external respiration means exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the lungs and blood. Then internal respiration means the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and the body cell. And the cellular respiration, it means utilization and the carbon dioxide production by the cell. Okay, so remember each term, it is important for an exam. Next, disinfectant used for a clinical thermometer. So here our right answer is all of the above disinfectant are used for clinical thermometer. Savlon 1:20 ratio, then Dettol 1:40 ratio, and Lysol about 1:40 ratio. These are the disinfectant used for a clinical thermometer. Okay. Next, do not prefer site of BP measurement if a patient have. So here our right answer is all of the above. If the patient having a mastectomy and that side, patient having a IV infusion at that side, and a patient having a fistula on that side, then we should not prefer that side for a BP measurement. Okay. Then last questions. All are the site of taking the pulse except. So here our right answer is ulnar is not a site for taking a pulse. Okay. The site for taking a pulse is a temporal, brachial, femoral, apical, then dorsal is pedis, popliteal, brachial. Okay, but ulnar is not a site for taking the pulse. So here we finish the MCQs related to vital signs. I hope that your all MCQs are clear. Okay, and if you learn something, then please share with your friend. Thank you for watching.